Hafa day, welcome to The Beat. I'm Pavan Bloss.
And I'm Steve Vitkavitsky. So, Palvin, how is it being on The Beat? You joined us a bit late.
Oh, it's great. You kind of got my name wrong. It's Pavan.
Pavan, very unique. Sorry for the mistake. But heads up to our viewers, we will be looking for more people to join us next year. Coming up, we're revealing who won the KUAM Care Force Hope for Tomorrow honor.
And then we'll head over to JFK to see how students are helping others.
We'll also take a trip to PD and check out high school paddling in action.
But first, 16 different teams from 9 different high schools compete in the University of Guam Centers for Sustainability Green Dream Home High School Competition in April.
Now that was a mouthful. Let's check it out.
The main goal of the Green Dream Home High School competition was to challenge students to think green. 16 different teams from 9 different high schools took part in the competition hosted by the University of Guam's Center for Island Sustainability. Students were tasked to research, plan, design, and construct a model of a sustainable home, and then present it to judges. Let's take a look at a green home by George Washington High School senior Althea.
Here we have a 3,578 square foot of a house. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and also a laundry room and a pantry. What makes our house very sustainable is that we have a thermal wrap around our house, and it acts as an insulation for heat. It keeps colder in and hot air out, so that's a really big benefit to our house because that's what many houses lack here. Although they may have air cons that may be sustainable, a lot of air goes out, so it really doesn't, in a way, it doesn't really help in a sense. So that's one of the main things that we have here. Our water source, it's through a rainwater harvesting system. So our primary source of water is from rainwater, and our catchment system is through the roof and also surface landscape area. And our tank is back here. It is a 5,000 gallon tank since our house is a 4-bedroom, or it's 2-bedroom but for 4 people. And that's a sufficient amount of water to maintain the house.
For St. Thomas Aquinas Junior Kai, their sustainable home was constructed to accommodate a family of 5.
So we chose to do a 2-story house. Our house is made of cement, but it's an eco-friendly cement, which means it's made from industrial waste. It's made from coal waste and as well as iron waste, and it reduces the amount of carbon released into the atmosphere by 80 to 90%. So outside of our house, our goal was to reduce the amount of soil we used. So in order to do that, we incorporated an aquaponics system, which totally eliminates the usage of the soil, because with every planting we lose nutrients from the soil. So how this works is a fish tank and we have a fish tank and a grow bed, and the waste from the fish gets pumped into the grow bed, which the nitrifying bacteria converts into nitrate, which the plants use for food. And then the plants filter the water back into the fish tank. And whenever we need to replace the water, we'll take it from our rain collection. And then back here we have a pool, which is a natural pool, meaning we don't use any pumps or filters or chlorine, and it's just cleaned basically by plants. So in the drains there's moss, and then around it there are plants. So our house, we have solar panels on top, which will power the entire house as well as the aquaponics system. What we chose for our flooring is recycled wood on Guam, and then as you can see we have a lot of windows around our house, so that during the day we reduce the amount of power we use for lighting. And the type of window we use is triple pane, which means it allows sunlight to come through into the house, but then it blocks heat so that we spend less energy and power on cooling.
Simon Sanchez High School student Jonah Camacho, Eldon Carino, and Rodison Bosto teamed up and constructed this energy-efficient pad.
Why is our home a green home? Well, our design layout is to create a sustainable lifestyle and to save energy, save as much energy and money for the people who live there. And what we created is we created an argon sustainability house, and that's what we call it because of the many windows it's consisted of. You see, these windows are called argon windows, and what it does, it prevents heat transfer, the heat from transferring inside the home. So it'll keep the home cool, but the light will come in and it'll become a light source. So for our house, our light source for the daytime is actually the sun. And for the nighttime, we have LED lights. So it does on, and there's a lot of technical wiring inside our home. And our house, it also saves a lot of energy with the technical details that we put it in. We have solar panel system and also a wind turbine system. And those also spin as well. And this one would spin, but the battery died already. But it can spin. And it also follows the sun, so it has maximum sun entering and getting energy. So why is this sunlight actually facing south? The sun will enter from the east and at the west. But why the solar panel is facing south is because we're slightly above the equator, and because the sun hits the equator, and that's where most of the heat enters and the sun rays. That's why it's facing south, so the sun can actually enter and get as much energy as possible.
The teams were evaluated on a myriad of criteria, such as practical use of sustainable technologies, creativity, and oral presentation. Taking first place was John F. Kennedy High School's Angel Lee. Second place went to Father Duenas High School's Jason Wu, Stephen Dodderman, James Ma, and Aaron Carbolito. Third place went to George Washington High School's Eric Delphin, Claret Uggan, Angelina Bagaforo, Cameron Dudkiwiz, and Edward Suarez. And final viewer choice went to George Washington High School. Reporting for The Beat, I'm Jonah Cruz.
Stay tuned. Up next, Sam introduces us to the 2014 KUAM Care Force Hope for Tomorrow honoree.
And Jay Marie takes us to JFK to show us how the Home of the Islanders are giving back to the community.